Hey, it's Jason here at Fraser Valley Rose Farm. I want to show you kind of an unusual topic. It's how to move a rose in the winter. And I know the recommendation is to only move your rose in early spring or in fall when it has some time to establish some roots, but sometimes the nature of your gardening or your project dictates what you have to do. What I'm actually doing here is I'm in the middle of another project to replace some arbors in my rose garden, and this one is going to have to be moved now. So what I'm going to show you here quickly is down at the rose here. I've already done some digging, and what I did is I picked a perimeter around it of about 18 inches and just sort of carefully dug inwards. This rose itself I cut down in advance, and this rose is called City of York. People who know this rose are laughing at it right now and knowing that being careful with this rose is kind of unnecessary. It's already making plans on how it's going to reconquer the world. So anyway, I dug an 18-inch and I've tried to get all the major roots here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to, since I've already loosened it, so I'm going to try to get it out from the ground. And it feels like it's still attached somewhere. Where is it? Down here and down here. I see one more root that seems to still be attached there. There we go. Now, like I mentioned at the beginning, this maybe isn't the right time of year to be moving a rose. And in my local forecast, I'm expecting some freezing temperatures, -6 Celsius or so in the next week. So if I took this and put it in a new hole, if I knew where it was going to go, and put it right now, what I would be risking is that this is just going to go in the ground, the frost is going to heave it around, it's not going to have any time to establish roots. So I don't think it would be the right thing to put it in the ground right now. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put it into a pot. You can see here, I've prepared a pot here with some potting soil in it, and with a little bit of trimming of these roots, I'm going to be able to get it into that pot there and then hold it over the winter. Where I'm going to hold it is I'm going to put it into an unheated greenhouse, and that should just give it some time to hold. The thing to keep in mind here is that if you look at the bare root suppliers, the people who produce roses commercially, this is kind of what they do anyway. They go in the late fall, dig their roses out, trim the roots, and put them in a cooler to wait until spring. So I'm going to kind of emulate that tactic here by taking this, trimming the roots, just putting it into a moist potting soil, and hopefully I don't have to take off too many roots. The roots are what's going to have to help it to establish for next year. So I just want to get enough off that I can fit it properly into that pot. Okay, should almost be there now. Got the pot. And I can kind of wrestle it in here. And there we go. Next thing I'm going to do for this one here, is I'm just going to cover it over with some moist potting soil. And like I say, I'm going to put it into my unheated greenhouse. If you don't have an unheated greenhouse, you could put it into your garage, you could put it underneath the eaves of your house where it isn't going to be affected too much by wind, and hold it until the spring when I have a new place to put it, and then I can bury it in the ground and let it establish in the early spring. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about this, just leave a comment below and I'll try to answer it. Thanks.